Almost halfway through the 2018-19 NBA season, most of the best players have continued to remain consistent with their play, while LeBron James has missed the last 4 games due to a groin injury, putting up 27.3 points, 8.3 rebounds, 7.1 assists. It's just another LBJ caliber season. In Golden State, both Steph and KD are putting up almost 29 points a game respectively. It's just another stellar season from them we all expected. How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. We obviously know plenty of star players will take their game to another level this season, but as great as some of these guys are, especially with their crazy performances and numbers they've been putting up lately, I'm sure most people didn't expect them to be this good. With that said, here are 6 NBA stars playing their best basketball of their careers right now. Let's start with the hottest player in the league, James Harden. Named Western Conference Player of the Month for December, the Bear's playing out of his mind. His 44.10 rebound, 15 assist performance against Golden State, including his cold-blooded game winner, he's just playing out of this world, averaging a career best almost 34 points. Harden will likely run away with his second straight scoring title, also averaging over 8.5 assists, grabbing 6 rebounds. After Houston's slow start, it won't be surprising if he leads Houston to the top seed in the West. Made history, recording 408 points, 89 assists, 68 rebounds, the most total between points, rebounds, and assists by any player ever in history in a 10-game span. Scored 30 plus in 11 straight games, 40 plus in 5 straight and counting. Put himself in the league company, becoming the 3rd player in the last 30 years, scoring 400 plus points in 10 straight games alongside Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. A master at drawing fouls, Harden's simply unguardable in today's game. If you back off him, he'll drain the 3. If you play him tightly, he'll swing his arms and draw the foul every single time. After starting this season 11-14, everyone seemed to have already forgotten about that. Houston's been 11-1 since, a huge jump from the 14th seed a couple weeks ago to the 4th seed, doing this while Chris Paul still recovering from injury. Harden nearly attempts 12 threes a game, with his step back his most lethal weapon, manipulating the rulebooks, making it super difficult to officiate him. These last couple weeks Harden's been having have been absolutely spectacular to watch. If he keeps this up, the Bear will be on his way to win his 2nd MVP, the only thing missing to cement his legacy, an NBA championship. Anthony Davis. AD's Pelican days seem to be getting shorter and shorter, with the franchise struggling for wins. Now 17-22 overall, New Orleans have fallen to the 14th spot in the Western Conference, with the team unwilling to trade Anthony Davis. While not getting him any help, his frustration will keep building, not to mention he's been playing out of his mind right now. Constantly putting video game numbers through his first 34 games of the season, AD's averaging a career best 28.7 points, 13.4 rebounds, improved on his passing, dishing out 4.4 dimes a game, along with over 2.5 blocks. His recent performance of 34 points, 26 rebounds reminds you of Wilt numbers, but as great as he's been playing, his team still lost to the Nets. Everybody's so focused on where AD's going next and talking non-stop on the trade rumors, while his insane numbers playing on a bad team are getting ignored. Last week against Dallas, it took 48 points and 17 rebounds for his team to beat the Mavs at home by 2 points. Davis simply needs to be perfect on both ends of the floor to give his team a chance to win every night. Already has 6 40-plus point games on the season, eligible for a Supermax contract extension this summer worth $240 million. As of now, I expect Davis to finish this season in New Orleans. Statistically, he'll continue to put up insane numbers, as every team will continue to work on their marketing pitch to try to attract Davis to his future destination. Paul George, who has been the best player on OKC this season, and it's not even close, posting career numbers of 26.7 points, 8.1 rebounds, and 4.1 assists. George has emerged as a top 5 MVP candidate, has Oklahoma City playing their best basketball since the Kevin Durant era. Getting the job done on both ends of the floor, the 5-time All-Star has earned the respect, deservingly belonging in the superstar conversation, and so far, he's playing like one. Taking his game to a whole nother level, George is on his way making all defensive first team, second team All-NBA, and a defensive player of the year candidate. Russell Westbrook has taken a step back with his scoring, allowing George to maximize his opportunities, often in crunch time. OKC has been going to PG down the stretch. Never known for his clutch shot making until this season, George has been proving doubters wrong, hitting timely shots. In the past, he was very inconsistent and passive at times, but he's excelling in every way imaginable, fitting in perfectly with OKC, averaging nearly 5 more points and 2.5 more rebounds more than last season. The 28-year-old small forward already has 13 30-plus point games on the season, already 2 more than last season alone. Kawhi Leonard, back in the conversation whether he's a top 3 player or not, the clock continues to prove why he's the best two-way player in the game, can become the first player since Hakeem Olajuwon to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year the same season. Leonard's putting up career highs of 27.1 points, 8 rebounds, shooting nearly 50% from the field. He's taking his offensive game to a whole nother level this season. Recently scored a career high 45 points against the Jazz, including 30 in the second half on 16 of 22 shooting. Always very poised, calm, and relaxed without any expressions. You never know where he's gonna go to annihilate opponents. Has one of the best hesitation moves in the league. It's as automatic from mid-range as you can get. Before the season, Toronto took a huge gamble, not knowing which Kawhi will show up. Not only are they one of the best teams in the East, Leonard makes them a legit title contender where they can get to the finals and possibly win the title. At 27 years old, in the prime of his career and the best perimeter stopper since Scottie Pippen and a much better scorer than Scottie, it would be a game changer if the Raptors can convince Kawhi to stay. Joel Embiid, who's been by far the best player on the Sixers, arguably a top 10 player in the game at 24 years old. Embiid's finally been healthy for the most part this season, averaging nearly 27 points, over 13.5 rebounds to go along with 2.5 block shots in 34 minutes of action. Plays the game with passion, very confident, talking smack to his opponents on social media, acknowledges his losses, and usually backs up his words with his play. Having that old school mentality, not only does Embiid want to beat down his opponents, he comes prepared to demolish anyone he's matched up against. Like how he's been punishing Andre Drummond, saying he owns real estate in his head, put up 39 and 17 on him compared to Drummond's 8 points, 9 rebounds. Completely owned rookie DeAndre Ayton, putting up 30 and 14 in the first half alone, becoming the first player to have 30 points, 10 rebounds by halftime since Antoine Jamison in 2000. Embiid also leads the NBA with 4 40-point, 10 rebound games this season. Has Philly playing great basketball, currently the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference with a 25 and 14 record. Not bad for someone who only started playing basketball 8 years ago. He's only going to continue to get better over time. Imagine how dominant Joel Embiid will be in his prime. Giannis Antetokounmpo, arguably the favorite to win MVP if the season ended today, the 24-year-old forward's leading Milwaukee so far with the best record in the NBA, averaging 26.3 points, 12.6 rebounds, 6.1 assists in his 6th season. As one of the most electrifying players we ever seen, at 6'11", as an amazing ball handler with long strides and quick speed, the Greek Freak has been terrorizing opponents. Despite shooting an abysmal 15% from 3, it doesn't matter because he's unstoppable at getting to the rim. We'll have some games where he's literally playing like a man amongst boys, dunking 6 times a game. Opposing big men are terrified whether they will end up being a victim in Giannis's poster. His body transformation, gaining over 50 pounds since his rookie season, has been astonishing. Giannis has been dunking at a similar insane rate to the likes of Shaq, Prime Dwight, Prime Amari, and young Blake Griffin. His inside presence hasn't been this dominant since Shaq, giving Giannis the ultimate respect, giving his nickname Superman to the Greek Freak. Giannis is certainly one of the most unique talents the NBA has ever seen. Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. You don't want to miss out. See you next time.